Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the NRW, where nerds rule the world. I am Heather Hurt. That is Kuya P. And we are here to talk about a movie that has been on a lot of critics' minds for like the past 2 months. I just got to watch it, so this is the only reason we're responding to it now. Babygirl. Let's get to the trailer first, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, let's go.
Good girl, good girl.
Being a CEO means being a collaborator and a nurturer.
Don't you have to be at work?
Everyone is just waiting for me to buckle under the pressure.
Is now a good time to introduce the interns?
Yeah. Hey, how'd you get that dog to calm down?
I gave it a cookie.
You always have cookies on you.
Why, do you want one?
Who decided to make me a part of that mentor program? You have 7 minutes.
So, how did it start?
I see myself as a...
Power-hungry personality?
You think that's what I am?
I think you like to be told what to do. Sorry, I didn't mean to. That was incredibly inappropriate.
Your behavior is unacceptable.
Is it? If we're gonna do this, we need to set some rules that you and I both agree on.
Did you order this?
Starting with, I tell you what to do and you do it.
And if I don't?
Get on your knees.
No! What?
Get on your knees now.
I'm...
Is that what you want?
You're very young. I don't want to hurt you.
Hurt me? I think I have power over you. Because I could make one call and you lose everything. Does that turn you on when I say that? Oh, hey, you forgot your laptop at the office.
Mom, can Mary sleep over?
I genuinely believe women with power would behave differently.
Want to stop?
You seem liberated.
I've never experienced anything like this.
Good girl.
All right.
Babygirl. All right. Nicole Kidman plays Rami, a high-end, high-powered CEO of a company very similar to Amazon. They don't really name it. Or at least I don't remember the name. But she built up this company that is utilizing AI, utilizing computers to rebuild and reshape the supply chain. And it's interesting. It's a great concept. And behind her power hungry ways, like many people who sit at the top, they're looking for someone to outpower them. And that is where you get Harris Dickinson, who plays Samuel, comes in on an internship program. Little bit old for an internship program. I wish mommy and daddy paid my way through college so that I could keep going through internships in my mid-20s. But we get to see them, their interactions as he realizes what she needs, what she wants, and she has difficulty explaining these feelings to her husband, who is Antonio Banderas. And I'm going to say this right now: I don't care. You don't cheat on Antonio Banderas. The reasoning did not equate to the cheating. You don't cheat on Antonio Banderas. With that being said, that's really the bulk of the plot. It's her coming to terms with her feelings and her emotions. There will be spoilers in this conversation. The movie's been out for a month, or a month and a half at this point. So there's going to be spoilers, but we're also not going to talk super long about this movie because I think Kuya P's and my opinions are probably pretty on point with this. So with that being said, those are the three main. We also have Sophie Wilde, who plays Esme, Esther McGregor, who is Isabel, Vaughn Riley, who is Nora, Victor Sizak, who is Mr. Meisel, something like that. Yeah, he can go fuck himself either way. Leslie Silva, the character, not the actor, who plays Hazel, and Gate Jensen, who plays Hedda Scarlett. Lots of really, really great talent in this film. It does really just put a solid camera lens on just a handful of people, but the whole point is that what your life is affects others. It's a big part of this plot. So KAYFABEBABY, I'm going to kind of skip over our initial thoughts because we've already done our initial review. You had your initial thoughts on the interwebs, so let's just go straight into the review. Thoughts of this film?
It's been a minute. You're most recently saw it. I recall just it being okay. I didn't hate it, but also didn't love it. I think I don't understand the fuss with Nicole Kidman. She's okay, but she's also can be wood, a tree. Like your thoughts on some other actresses of recent of recordings that we've done, Heather. At least that's how I feel about Nicole Kidman. She's been phenomenal in certain roles, but this one, I don't know. I don't understand why this fuss so much. You know, as soon as this joint dropped, everybody was like, "Oh, Nicole Kidman." Okay, I've seen other great performances, but sure, yeah, she was great. She did the job. She did her role that she's supposed to play in this, but it didn't blow me away. So, yeah, and I just thought it hasn't stayed with me in a lot of ways. It was a film I saw. Everybody played their part. I didn't understand the whole Antonio Banderas thing too. Antonio Banderas is awesome. Why would you do that? But for this younger guy who seems so super square, super regular, but okay, your kink's your kink. Do you? But I don't know. It hasn't stayed with me. It's kind of forgettable. And yeah, if it's exposing people to this world that they're afraid to show, more power to you. I don't know. It didn't stay with me.
I really think that's all you need to say. If you cannot remember, it's yes, it has been a minute since KAYFABEBABY watched it, but it hasn't been that long. If he's really not even remembering his own emotions, the way he walked out of it, I think that says a lot more than any talky review can say. I do want to point out, I always forget Ashley's podcast. What's her channel?
Oh, with
called?
Ashley and Co. Shout out to Ashley Saunders.
Her and I usually have very differing opinions when it comes to how women are looked at. And a lot of it has to do with, she comes at it from a mother perspective. I come at it from a more traditionally feminist perspective. Not that either of us are wrong, but there are, for movies like this, her and I usually are very opposing in opinions. So when she was telling me her thoughts initially, she kind of just went over it very briefly with me. But I can honestly say I agree with her this time. The movie had some wonderful points about personal barriers, especially for women being able to talk about what they want in sex. People with vaginas being able to talk about what they want in sex is still a pretty new concept. It's still very uncomfortable for many, 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 many women. And so that idea is very, honestly, it's even personal. Like I connected to that on a very personal level. It took a lot for my husband and me, and I'm not going to get any further than that, but it's one of those where it is a lot easier for men to want what they want, because there's literally legislation out there on the books that says that women are supposed to give men what they want. So the fact that it did touch on a really important element, that Rami did not feel comfortable telling her husband what she wanted, what her kinks were, how she felt. And then when she did, she backed off the moment he said, "That's weird." So from the 2-point perspective, being able to listen to your partner is such an important element in the BDSM community. And if you take anything away from this movie, take the fact that you need to respect one another's wishes and be supportive of them, no matter what type of sexual life you have or whatever relationship you have. Consent is key, and being consensual with each other with what your needs are is important. So with that being said, that's really the only good thing that I saw about this movie. I do love Nicole Kidman. I was watching her in Paddington the other day, and I made the joke of just like, oh my God, does this woman have range? I love Nicole Kidman, but I do agree there are some times where it's just like, woman ain't giving you much. And there were times in this film where she was being suppressed and you could really see her angst and her power and her acting. And then there were other times where it was just like, I don't really care to see her lay on the floor another time. I don't. I really don't care. And it definitely wasn't as sexual as a lot of people are saying. Like it's not. If this is getting you off for some reason, I don't want to talk to you about it. But two, I just don't see. This movie wasn't necessarily supposed to be sexy. It was supposed to be heartwarming. It was supposed to be like relief and a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't know. I didn't get the sexiness of it. But overall, the actors were fine. The actors did okay. The movie was okay. If I never see it again, and in a month and a half, I'm in KAYFABEBABY's exact spot that I really don't remember my opinion of it, I would not be surprised at all.
I like what all you said with all of your statements. You reminded me what I did like about this film, and I agree with you. I love the female empowerment and figuring, as a woman and relationships and being able to communicate with your partner. I love all of what you said, Heather, and those facts about this film, I agree, and I like that was presented because we need more material like this to help people that might be in those situations to speak on things, and like if they have a hard time saying it, here, watch this. This is how I feel. That character, how they're going through, that's how I feel. I'm having a hard time saying that, so. Can we now start from there? And but it became forgettable for me. And I just completely agree with all your points. The fact that it just became a critic darling astounds me, because there's so many other great films that there's just too much competition personally for me. That it was just okay. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
And you know what? I'll give it one more good statement. It is far better and more accurate to the community than Shades of Grey will ever be. So I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying it's going to be, but it's far better. If you consider that BDSM, then you're wrong. This is a lot closer to it.
Real quick, I also want to just highlight the actress that plays Nicole's assistant, who's also in Talk to Me from A24. Good to see her here. Because she's terrifying and awesome in Talk to Me. If you haven't seen Talk to Me, y'all go check it out. But I like her role too. Her character arc in this. That I appreciated, and it's good to just see her in more work.
And that, once again, female empowerment, as KSP said, is an important part to this. Female empowerment is not the cliche of we're constantly bickering or we hate each other. Female empowerment is understanding another person's power and using that, and not only lifting them up, but having them lift us up with them. And she was the perfect example of that. Her going, I want a promotion, but I don't want a promotion that way, is probably one of the most important elements to this film. Like, it's, dude, you need to stop. I want to see you grow, because I know that I will grow when you grow. That is one of the most important pieces. And that is honestly what true female friendship is right there. So with that being said, you can see Babygirl still in theaters. It is available right now, or you can stream it for $20 if you are willing to put in the money on Amazon or on Prime Video, on Apple TV, all the places. You can only rent it right now, but it is available to you. I'd say rent it over spending $50 to go see it in the theater, but you do you. We are the NRW. If you have a comment, if you disagree with us, if you love the film, or if you hated it even more than we did, but once again, we're more passe than we can hate it. Tell us in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share, all those normal things, and we will see y'all soon.
What's up, y'all? Your boy QP, Nerds World the World, just got out of a press screening for Babygirl, starring Nicole Kidman, dropping around Christmas. We also got Antonio Banderas in there, and I forgot the young cat who is the guy that Nicole gets down with, as you probably saw from the trailer. So, initial thoughts about my feeling coming out of the press screening. I thought it was good. I thought it's interesting. It wanted to really speak on that submissive dom submissive relationship, consent in that regard. I think it's gonna hit on some things with some people, but also may be negative with some people, because I think they try to do something that I don't know if everyone's gonna be down with it. And yeah, I'm really curious, because it's speaking on a subject matter that I think there's different perspectives on that subject. So stay tuned. Probably gonna have a full review. Gonna get with some people to talk on that. But Babygirl dropping soon. Those are my thoughts, y'all. Peace.